My name is Adnaan Hamid. I grew up in the western suburbs of Chicago and born in Elgin. So my family, it's a pretty inspiring immigrant story. My folks are both from India, came here in the late 60s on scholarships to Oregon University and graduated and started traveling around the country. My mom was pregnant with me and they landed in Elgin, Illinois, where they both got jobs as physicians. It was interesting. Not a lot of diversity in the western suburbs in the 70s. I was actually the first Indian child born in Elgin, confirmed by the hospital. So you see things through a bit of a different lens because though I was born here, both my folks are from India. I've traveled back and forth lots of times. So I see over the years how more and more South Asians are coming here. The population is growing and traditional Americans are becoming more accepting of Indians here, and we're becoming part of the culture, the food, the films, the music. It's all becoming more and more part of the culture, which wasn't true at all when I was young. They knew Gandhi and not much else.
Hi, I'm Elissa, Hamid Efroymson. I grew up in Indianapolis. My parents are very wonderful people. My dad died about 15 years ago. My mother's a wonderful person. They chose to go back to Indianapolis where my dad had grown up, but they wanted us to live in a diverse neighborhood and go to a school that was very diverse also. And my parents were very open to other cultures and other people. So when I came to Chicago and I really saw all the different cultures and all the different kinds of people, I just fell in love with Chicago. My parents met in the Navy. My mother and my father were of different religious backgrounds. So my mom was Protestant Christian, my dad was Jewish, and they decided to get married and they did not convert. So we grew up going to church, going to temple. So I already felt like I could kind of understand different cultures and different faiths. And it was a very important part of my background that you accepted people for what they are. We met in college at Loyola University, and we had mutual friends. And then we had kind of met again when Adnaan was attending medical school at University of Illinois, which is in Chicago. And we definitely liked each other. And then we found out that we had so much in common. And I started working with Adnaan's family and became a domestic violence counselor, worked in child welfare, and worked there for many years.
I remember seeing her on campus, thinking she was, pretty. To tell you the truth, when we started doing it ourselves, I don't think we would have said that, hey, this person inspired me. Looking back, 20 some odd years later, now we can say that our parents inspired us. My mom has passed quite a while, but my dad continues to inspire me because, he works hard. He still gives back a lot to the community. He's created quite a legacy for himself.
Meeting Adnaan in college and talking to him and telling him about my interest in social services and domestic violence awareness and child welfare really ended up with me working very closely with his mother, who was very inspirational to me. She unfortunately died too early, but while she was here on this earth, she did amazing things. She helped found Hamid Center for Health and Human Services. And at the time, they had just opened their doors with a domestic violence shelter, with mental health services, especially catering to South Asian, but they always helped anyone who needed help.
I think, one thing she did, and it was, kind of wound up doing her in, was she would sacrifice herself for others to the point where she wouldn't take the best care of herself, work way too hard, try to help way too many people. And she was very successful at it, but now we know she passed away of a heart attack, but she sacrificed her health for it. And we would tell her to slow down. You're doing so much. Why do you have to do this all the time? And she was just on a mission.
Dr. Farzana never think about time. She only think about patients. She think about their future. She think about their services. She want to know that they are not hungry, that they are covered with all benefits, that they have rights for the benefits. She loved her family a lot. I saw that from every moment, but she gave I can stay more time to others.
Somebody said after she passed away at her funeral, your mom's star was always rising. It hadn't slowed down yet. And I think that really encapsulated a lot of her life. We work as a team, but we kind of have a few of our own interests as well. Her family has the Efroymson Family Fund, which is a donor-advised fund out of Indiana, and my family has what's now known as Hamid Healthcare. So together, I think we work very well because we see things philanthropically pretty much through the same lens. And we want to get involved with stuff that we can kind of be hands-on. We don't want to just, say, write a check and not know what's going on. We want to be involved and have an opinion and more than lend our ear.
Well, I always say that my passion is getting kids to art and arts to kids. And a lot of young people, they may not have, the means to travel or, to go different places, but they can go to the Field Museum or they can go to the Art Institute. They can see something beautiful, something from other cultures here in this city. And I think that's one of the most amazing things about Chicago, that there are just fantastic neighborhoods and fantastic small museums like the ones that are part of the Chicago Cultural Alliance that just bring people together and show how unique cultures are. And I love that. And I think that's a sign of our city, and more of what our city should be like is how the Alliance works together. We should be allies.
I think, we both firmly believe in access provides opportunity. And our hope through a lot of the work we do is to provide more access to people. And we firmly believe if kids, adults, they have access to things, that will lead to opportunities for them to, generate new ideas, maybe uplift themselves, just see the world through, a wider lens. And Chicago, like she said, has so many incredible things to offer, but unfortunately, it's just not there for everyone. We're not looking for any recognition, and we're not necessarily shy people, but we're kind of shy about some of the work that we do. And the fact that somebody out there decided to recognize us, I think it's fantastic. It's quite an honor, and maybe we're doing something right.
Well, I think we are getting this award because we do care about Chicago. We care about people being sensitive to each other, people learning about each other. But I really believe that everybody that's a part of the Alliance, all the museums, all the people that work there, the staff, that they're really part of this award because we couldn't do what we do without them. And I'm so proud to receive it. And I'm proud that Adnaan and I can do our part.
Do you know the meaning of Hamdard? You know? Can somebody help me? Compassion.